welcome to the 254 Rhythm Scoop Show on the Blackout Financial Media for the 21st century. We do hope that you're doing fantastic, and this is actually 16 minutes to 3 p.m. right here in Nairobi, being on yet another wonderful Wednesday afternoon. And the sun is out, 25 degrees Celsius right here in Nairobi. We want to welcome you to yet another interesting broadcast where we get to discuss different issues that have to do with art, entertainment, culture, and updates from around the beautiful continent of Africa, South Africa, North Africa, Central Africa, and everywhere else in between, with a view of getting to enlighten you on what's happening and also what matters right here on the beautiful continent. This is also known as Motherland or Al-Kebuland, but you can of course call it Africa for now. My name is Pites, alongside my co-host Kate and
Yes, hi, karibuni sana family to the Rhythm Scoop Show. Hope you are doing great. It's another episode of entertainment, art and culture right here on the Blackout Fire Radio, and I want to welcome you. We are looking forward to having an amazing conversation right here on the Rhythm Scoop Show. My name is Joby.
Yes, karibuni sana to our show. I hope you do get to enjoy this show. My name is Katie.
And of course, on today's show, we shall be taking you all the way to different places today. Our focus will be on the in Mauritius. We shall also be talking about the Chagos Island. Many times I have talked about the Chagos Island and the injustice that has been done to people of the Chagos Island. But it seems like right now people can breathe easy in the Chagos Island because they have been, they have been allowed for the first time to return to their home and without the supervision of the British government. And we shall be letting you know about how this land was taken away from them and how the process is going on about them recovering back their land and repatriating back to their country or to their island nation, which is known as the Chagos Island, which is part of Mauritius. It's part of the broader Mauritius. Some maps have put it as being part of Mauritius. Other maps, of course, that were used by the British when they stole it, they were showing it as not being part of Mauritius. But that is also one of the stories that we shall be covering. We also do have a story also coming all the way from Uganda, which is our main focus for today. But before then, we go back into the music. We have played your song, which is by Tiwa Savage there. And Tiwa Savage was boasting about how she doesn't look her age, how she has a baby face and how, it's all good for her.
It's true, and she's not boasting.
She wasn't, but I'm saying, sometimes you find people getting jealous on social media because others have their face and their skin looking flawless. But anyhow, we get back into music. This is also another jam by the one and only Davido. Featuring, of course, is Aden Kule Gold, featured on the song by Davido. The name of this particular one is known as High. And let us know how you think about this particular one as well as we wait for the new project by Aden Kule Gold, because it said that this month, before the end of this particular month, we are supposed to have an album by Aden Kule Gold. So we are just waiting and seeing how that particular one pans out. I believe he shall come back with the bangers, And for now, we just jump to this particular known as a Pretty Girl. I was hoping for the album, but it's a Pretty Girl.
Well, but the rocking alongside of the cool go. Baby, it's your hey, pretty girl, you wanna break your back on the dance floor. Hey, pretty girl, tell your mama no say you don't care. Hey, pretty girl, you wanna break your back on the dance floor. Hey, pretty girl, tell your mama no say you don't care. Baby, run the show. Baby, bend it slow. They got it, kill me slow. Back it up,
Girl, that is Aden Kure Gold, right there with featuring Pata Rankin. And I understand that the album, the fourth studio album has already dropped. I thought it was coming, but I understand it has already dropped, and it has a couple of songs on there. Maybe perhaps on Friday we might get the opportunity to review it. But they're saying Aden Kure Gold has dropped. It's known as a Catch Me If You Can, and it has gotten some reviews, positive reviews. I do see already. There's one jam on it known as Born Again, another one known as Win, another one known as Masemi, and how many songs are this? And it has 14 songs, and the 14 songs is titled after the album, which is Catch Me If You Can. And another jam known as One Woman, More Than Enough, High was the one with Davido, I bet, and also another jam known as Dio, and It Is What It Is. We also do see African artists also getting caught up in singing about Dior and Prada and Gucci and all these other things, which is not problematic, but then again, sometimes you also need to get into reality and just get detached from these other materialistic kinds of points of view. This is a Rhythm Scoop Show on the Black Network Media for the 21st century, and I'll be on a wonderful Wednesday. I want to take us all the way into Senegal, because Senegal is a country that did get to win the African Cup of Nations, or the AFCON, and they are really having a party time even right now. But before we get into what they are doing with the party, where they have been hosted, the football team has been hosted for a dinner by the president there. And I think this reminds me of something that was being said that the president's palace or the president's residence should not be for everyone. I remember the Ghanaians are complaining that we have had artists going into the house of a president, and they were saying for Nana Akufo-Addo, he should not just welcome anyone to their house. The thing is, that house that you're saying is the house that has been put for you by the people, and therefore if it's serving the people, that is how it's supposed to be. But I want to share with us a few Senegalese proverbs, because the people of Senegal are also wise in their own way, and that is basically the West African people. And I want to share with us some proverbs, some sayings. They're very, very popular sayings in Senegal, and they actually read that an intelligent phone is better than a stupid friend. An intelligent phone is better than a stupid friend. People do say that whatever you are is a total of, or is the average of 5 of your friends. So if you are out there with 5 foolish friends, you make the average of those 5 foolish friends. And they also do say an intelligent enemy.
What if you're the smartest one among them?
You might not even be the smartest. You will almost be equally. Company is very important. That is
like
when you are in
show
school.
me your friends and show you your
exactly.
character.
That is how. That is. It's almost very, very similar. So you see, I ever told you hang out with. When I was growing up, teachers used to always say, just mind your company. Check the people that you hang around with, because those are people that get to influence you either positive or negatively. But this Senegalese proverb, it reads, an intelligent enemy is better than a stupid friend. And of course, another one reads, and in the end, we will conserve only what we love. We will only love what we understand, and we will understand only what we are taught. So that is a very deep. They say in the end, we will only conserve only what we love. We will only love what we understand, and we will only understand what we are taught. And I agree. The thing is, when you were learning in school as well, people were also told that education is what you remember after you forget everything else that you have been taught. That is education. For example, the African education system, you will find there is a whole lot of people being taught how to cram, how to remember things, as opposed to how to understanding, or as opposed to how to get into practicalize this knowledge that you are given. In most cases, even when it comes to exams, people are being questioned. What you can remember. Now people used to focus mainly on what you can remember, rather than even what you know or what you get to understand, which is problematic, because at the end of the day, you do have a workforce which is not able to do the work, because simply they are taught only how to remember, not how to do things. And therefore, you might have even someone coming from the university or coming from another institution of higher learning, and they are having a degree, for example, an engineering degree. But now when you get to the field and give them the work to do the engineering work, they really have no idea what that is all about. But anyhow, this particular proverb reads, in the end, we will only conserve what we love, and we will only love what we understand, and we will only understand what we are taught. So all those things come into play, and make someone get to understand what they are taught, and they create a learned person. The last one reads, it is the hunter who always beats the lions, because it is the answer. Sorry, it is the hunter who always tells the stories. Yeah, I have had another version of this particular proverb. You know, they say, if at all the story is always told by the hunter, it will always glorify him. And for example, what has been happening with the history of the African people, it has always been told by the white person. So from that perspective, it will always glorify the Mzungu. Whatever story that you will hear about Africa, you will always hear them being in the middle of that particular story, and being the one conquering and being the one helping Africans after, you know, tragedies and things like this. But that is the only story that has been made, because it has been made from the perspective or, you know, from the side of the European. And therefore, we should actually strive as an African people, especially education-wise. We should always strive to make sure that we have stories also told by our own people and also in our own perspective. And that is why we always do same. For example, we do have now what you're calling the Black History Month. Black History Month only gets to talk about, you know, Black history during 1 month, which is the month of February. But I wish we had many stories being told by our own people every other month, you know, not just in February, which we call the Black History Month. And we want to celebrate these individuals that have done good things for our people. We should also focus on having this history of our people being told by us, and not just in February, which is a Black History Month, but also around the year from January to December, and also a repetition of the same. But anyhow, that is some words of wisdom. What is happening, or what did happen yesterday, is that the Senegalese team, like I said, was hosted by the president at his residence. And of course, this was because it was for a dinner, because they won the AFCON, the African continental championships. That is home. They are the ones that did get to win this particular one. And it was a positive thing to see that for the first time, you know, Senegal also decided to put in work. Egypt has had it for many times, I bet 7 times, and for this particular time, at least it was a wave of change when we do have a different
it was lying. I never.
Oh, I thought it was you. It was
fight, man.
Yeah, I was saying they have won 7 times. So I was saying that Senegal ought to be very, very careful, because I thought that they would have actually won it. But anyhow, they were hosted for dinner by the president. And in other different countries, you know, we also did have other teams being congratulated. For example, for Malawi, I was saying that the president of Malawi also decided to also put in some money and also some resources to also appreciate this particular team, and also the people in the diaspora who are fans of football from Malawi. They also did give it some money towards the same. But now talking about Malawi, there has been an issue of the calamity that has struck in Malawi, and this is a natural disaster which has affected Mozambique. It has also affected Malawi. It has also affected, I believe, some parts of South Africa. But when you hear about these particular tropical storms, the tropical storms and also the cyclones that hit this particular country, I do believe there should be more level of preparedness, because they have become very, very much regular. And this has resulted to people being displaced in this particular country. And what the government is now doing is calling for help. You know, they are calling for help for them to come and be helped. They are calling it the tropical storm Anna, and many people have also lost their lives in Malawi. The other day we were talking about the political situation of Malawi, where the government, the president was throwing out everyone from the cabinet and hiring new people in this particular country. But they have much more problems than political wars in this particular country. So this tropical Anna, it has hit 5 countries. It has hit 5 countries, and I was saying Mozambique and Malawi, and also parts of South Africa have been affected largely. And from the numbers, they are saying that from the numbers, it has resulted to the displacement of about 22,000 people. And of course, they are seeking temporary shelter right now. And one of the most affected districts in Malawi right now, it's known as Chikwawa, which is the most affected district, constituting to 43% of the affected population and 45% of the displaced population. So access to the affected areas remain a significant challenge, because in these places you also find that the roads are not any good, and therefore even if there was to be another tropical storm striking, when you're having humanitarian assistance or assistance being accorded to these particular people, it's very, very difficult for people to also get from point 1 to point B. General Mosquito, thank you so much for joining us. I see you also play soccer. You're saying that the Kenyan team is as useless as the Ghanaian team. The Ghanaian team gets to try. I don't know why you're beating down on the Ghanaian team. The Ghanaian team is actually not. And I was saying the other day that in Ghana, people are nuts about football. They are so fanatical that even when you have people going to church, you know, the pastor wants to wear the team, the team jersey. And also for the sports anchors and the TV presenters, when they are reading the news, they also want to read the sports. They want to read the news wearing the Ghanaian jersey, and everyone else is mad about football in Ghana. But I was saying,
even in Kenya, it used to happen every time. We used to say it's time for sports. There was this guy, especially in Citizen. He used to, like, every time we had like a match or maybe there's some match which happened, he used to come with different jerseys. I think it has not started right now.
But I was saying in Ghana it's much more prevalent because in Ghana they win. In Kenya we never win any soccer match. We have a useless. But we have Kenyan
footballers who are playing in other, in other teams.
Yeah,
I don't know the names.
They are
but
few.
we have some Kenyans.
They are few. But we would like to see more being done. But the problem is, for me, what I do see with football happening mostly is that there is always the changing of coaches. I think that is also sometimes it disrupts the flow of the team. So like today, you will have a team losing at AFCON. So when they go back home, the first thing they do is to fire the coach. And after that, they have a new coach maybe coming in and then training them for like 4 months. They go to a few more matches and they are defeated. They fire that coach. Then now they have another one. Sometimes I would think that maybe that is not the right approach for people to go about doing this particular football. But anyhow, the Ghanaian team is just there. Is just there. I believe they are trying, but much more, of course, needs to be done to make sure that also Ghana gets to get on top of matters. The Ghanaian team, they are called the Black Stars. For Kenya, we have the Harambee Stars. For Nigeria, they're called the Super Eagles. And for South Africa, I believe they are the Bafana team. I could not tell you more apart from that. The Egyptians, I think they are the Pharaohs. They call them the Pharaohs are there. But those are the only teams that I do know. They do have formidable teams. For Cameroon and Tunisia, I cannot really tell the name of their football teams. But I do see they put in effort. But for me personally, I am not the ardent football fan. I do not follow football religiously like other people would. General Mosquito saying Malawi is start in East Africa. It is in East Southern Africa. It's in East Southern Africa. It actually borders Mozambique, more like the 419 I don't know what those are. They used to call me Ronaldo for my tenderizing skills and dribbling. Zero Mosquito, you're just bluffing. I don't think that is what used to happen. But anyhow, Tanzania is also borders Malawi, so it's bordered by Tanzania. We also do have Malawi border in Mozambique there. But of course, right now, what the report that has come out is that the tropical storm has devastated this country. Some years back, there was this popular pop star or hip hop star, 50 Cent. 50 Cent, when he actually got a lot of money, he actually went into Malawi and bought a hotel. And when he bought this particular hotel, I think he sold it after about 2 years or 3 years. I'm not sure how long he had actually stayed with that particular ownership, but he discovered that maybe perhaps Malawi was not all that he had hoped it to be. He actually had bought it. Let me just get this here when he bought this particular hotel by 50 Cent, and then he sold it.
I used to love 50 Cent, but I can't even sing his songs. Like I can't.
There's one which is birthday. What do you call this? In the club. Yeah, in the club. Go sure it's your birthday.
Oh,
that was the one. That is the one.
At least I know that one. But I used to love 50 Cent for nothing. For no reason.
It's probably because of the way it's marketing. You know how they market hip hop music and how they make it seem so cool. I think I'm of the opinion hip hop music.
There was even a time I was beaten by a teacher because of it was an opener exam, like we just opened the school and now we are doing the opener exams. So I didn't know what to write on the paper. I just wrote 50 cents. I drew a big coin and
Wow,
then
that's
I was beaten.
That's a bad one. But anyhow, family, we shall be taking a short music break. When we come back, we'll be letting you know what is happening in this situation in Malawi from the displacement and how the government is responding to this particular matter. Apart from that, we also do have a story from Uganda, because Uganda, all sorts of stories. If you hear a story, let me just say, if you hear a story which has a lot of shenanigans and it has to do with Africa, sometimes that story will most probably be coming from Uganda or Nigeria, which is the other country that has a lot of funky stories that you will hear. Some of them really, a lot of shenanigans. You will find Uganda being on there. We take a short music break. This is the name of the song is The Most. It's done by a beautiful lady. Her name is Betty. Yes, that is Ty Dollar Sign, Adam Cooler Gold featuring Ty Dollar Sign. And, the name of the song is One Woman. And I actually got to see a couple of memes saying that some people are trying to figure out how to be, some women are trying to figure out how to be in 4 different places at the same time on February 14th. Yeah, it's crazy. But I think it also applies for men. Men who are cheating and who are in situations where they have like 6 women. Now they're trying to figure where do they get to be on Monday 14th, and that is what they are hoping that maybe perhaps they should be able to just divide themselves or be in one place. Someone was actually saying that there is a possibility of appearing in one place in many places. But anyhow, that is on movies. That is on movies. That is what I have seen.
Go to one, see one around the AM hours and tell them I might be busy in the rest of the day. So if you're not meeting right now, then forget
that. That is not what I am talking about. I was just saying the ability of someone to be in more than one place, Just be
Multitasking.
like the way they say, God is omniscient. Is it omniscient? No, omnipresent. Omnipresent. They say that God is in every place at
At the
every
same
time, at the same time, yeah, at the same time. So that is a kind omnipresent. Omniscient is all knowing. God is all knowing. That is what they say is omniscient. But they also say that he's omnipresent. So people are just trying to figure out how to be in different places. General Mosquito, you're saying I'm contemplating having 3 wives. All the best to you. We do have what is the name of this brother that did the wedding and married 2 women last year? What is the name of this brother? What is the name of this brother? I'm trying to remember. Omar Johnson. Yeah, it's Omar Johnson. For Omar Johnson, he has to dig deeper into his pocket in the so-called Valentine. For me, I do not really even believe in Valentine. Valentine is just another pagan holiday where people get to consume a lot, go into a lot of shopping and things like that. But the thing is, for a man like Omar Johnson and other people that are involved, polygamy looks like it's appealing to women until you are polygamous. Until now you have these women. You know, it's appealing. The idea is appealing General Mosquito of having like 3 women. It's not. It might sound appealing, but wait till you have these 3 women and you are polygamous, and then you now have to bear with. I will not say women will be making noises all the time, but you now have to keep up with everything else going on.
Even women are practicing polyandry.
Having
More than one man.
Now that's a whole different situation. But anyhow, family, then what you were saying, they call Dr. Umar the Prince of Pancakes. General, you really don't want that headache, and that is exactly what I'm talking about. But I know General Mosquitoes are joking. Sister Janet, thank you so much for being with us on the broadcast. I think you're up early today, but we appreciate your time. But you're saying 50 Cent is a whole sellout. Yes, he is. I agree with that.